Guys, how's it going? I wanted to take this time to do a long-term review on a Sony xav-ax100. So I've had this for a few months now, and I've had it on both iOS and Android, and I just wanted to go over the differences of what you should expect on what you would have on either way. So I'll get right into it. So for the most part, without a phone connected, these are your options. You can have the tuner, you'll have USB, you'll have Bluetooth audio, phone, rear camera, and you should have settings on the last one. Of course, it seems to be frozen at the moment. Let's see. Maybe not. Okay. It's on my desert stations right now. So this is a local station. Alright, so these are local stations right here. I don't know that I have anything with like HD. It just gives you like the basic like information of what the station's called, and sometimes it'll tell me like what song is playing at the moment, but I can't say that that's very consistent. Let's see if any of these will tell me anything. Okay, so right there it's giving me some sort of information right there. Alright, so oh, there it goes. So there's the elusive settings menu right here. Alright, besides that, it becomes alive when you connect the phone to it. We'll start with Android first. I'm about to connect my brother's Note 8. So let me connect this first. So there we go. This is what it looks like on Android Auto, right? I'm gonna start by saying that I feel that Android Auto is, I know this is gonna be very polarizing, but I feel like I'm gonna have to give it to iOS is CarPlay over Android Auto. Why do I say that, right? The main reason why I say that is because I feel like there's so much wasted screen real estate, right? So as you can see right here, we have all this wasted screen and all this and this, right? So I can only see 2 cards at a time. So we have these 2, right? I can go up and there'll be usually like 2 more depending on what information it wants to show me. So no matter what, I only see this small amount of information. And let me tell you that it's not just in the home screen. Let's say I want to go to Walmart, right? Let's go to Walmart. All right, so this is daytime view. You can see that right now the map is only from here, the bottom, to about right here, because there's a gradient that comes down for this information, like the time and whatnot, and the Google Maps. So there's a gradient. So you pretty much have, like, I want to say about, well, maybe 30% of the screen. Let me show you how much of the screen. So you can see this is how big my screen is. Usable screen size is about this much. Let me darken it up again. So you can see this is the limit of usable screen size. And it kind of sucks. Like, this is all I get to use, just this little square, right? I feel that I can appreciate these bars being up there, but I feel like they have to disappear, right? Let's go to the next thing. Your options with Android Auto are navigation. If you have Waze, you'd be able to click this button right here, the navigation button, and it would give you the option to choose. You have your phone menu right here. Again, you can see that it only lets you use this middle part of the screen. So just these three, right? So that's what we got. Home, I feel like it would be super useful because you have the weather, you have the address, you could have more information on here, but instead just 2 cards at a time. Alright, so then we have the music app. Like I said, you can choose, like this is what you get with navigation as well. If you have multiple, you can choose between them. Google Play Music. I felt like this was my direct response to Apple Music on iOS, right? Because you can have the unlimited plan. You can go and download whatever song you want, same price. But when I want to go and play, let's go ahead and play. Cool. If I already chose the music to, to begin with, then it plays perfect. I love it. All right. Skip. Right. But let's say I want to go and try to find something I want to hear. Right. I can't. I can go, the most I can go to is recent activity, right? I can go to recent activity and see what's the last kind of music I've been listening to. Sorry, let me try that again. Go down. But that's it. And if I have a huge recent activity, it actually kicks me out. It tells me browsing locked is what it will tell me. Luckily, since this is my brother's phone, he doesn't use Google Play Music a lot. I find that when I had Android Auto, I used Pandora more because it gave me the full range of menus. Here's Spotify, right? This definitely gives me my full library. Songs. I feel like, honestly, the most limited part of it is the Google suite. Google does not let you choose any music. You have to choose it before you connect. And the worst part is that you can't just go to your phone, and you can't just go to your phone that you have connected and be like, you know what, I want to choose the music that I want to listen to. Because this is all you get. You get this black screen, Android Auto. You hit the home button, no matter what, it always takes over. So get used to this. You can't choose your music. You have to unplug, then reconnect with Google. The last one right here is just to go back to the home menu. If I did it, I would just go back to home, right? And go back in. All right. So that pretty much goes over everything Android related. I just feel like my biggest complaint, like in the music section, it's cool. You get this little. I feel like iOS and Android Auto have share the same amount of, I guess, album art. It's just a little tiny bit in the background. But for the most part, I feel like Android Auto limits what you can see, what usable space you have on the screen. So we have that. Now I'm gonna switch to iOS. Give me a second to switch this cable. Sorry, this is harder than I thought it would be. And here we go. So now we're switching to iOS, or as they call it, CarPlay, right? With CarPlay, this is your home menu. You can go to your phone, so you can make any calls that you want.
Whom shall I call for you?
And it'll have your contacts. You could have everyone. You have your music, so you can go straight into your music app. This is the last thing I was listening to, but at the same time I can go back in and I can choose from my library: artists, albums, genres, songs, downloaded music, stuff that I have liked, recently played, Sunday's playlist, heavy rotation, so what I listen to the most. I can browse like random artists, right? Stuff that I may or may not have in my library. And then I can choose radio stations. There's the Beat One, and these are radio stations that I've made myself, right? What else? Next we have, let's go home. We have maps. So the maps, when it starts, it does have this big black bar right here, right? But it disappears. So now I use almost all the screen real estate. The only part of the screen that does not get used is this little black bar which you can switch through your recently used apps. Right, so let's go ahead and let's pick somewhere I want to go. Let's go with Target in Palm Desert. That's kind of far from here. I was in the desert earlier.
Starting route to Target.
So what you see in iOS in CarPlay is you use almost all the screen right here now. So now you have, I just feel like you have a lot more usable screen, right? Let's go back. Messages. So messages, you can't see.
To whom should I send your message?
You really can't see your messages, but you can see who are the last people you're talking to, and you can start a message. Something that you can't do in Android Auto. All right, so next is no matter what app you're in, let's say you're playing something, you can always go to Now Playing and choose to show it. It could be in Pandora, it could be Spotify, it could be something, because not everything is supported, right? So I got Spotify, I got Play Music, I got Pandora right here. But let's say I was using SoundCloud. SoundCloud doesn't have an app that I could see on here, but I could go to Now Playing and it would be on here. So how does that work? Unlike Android Auto, I could go ahead and open my phone. I could still use it. Here's SoundCloud here, right? I could pick a song and just go to Now Playing, and here we go, right? Oh, come on. They didn't say it was perfect, right? So it's there, but what else? What else do we have? Oh, dang it, I forgot I can't be playing music. All right, next we have podcasts. This is one of my favorite things. I can go ahead, and don't get me wrong, on Android Auto, you do have access to your podcast whenever you want. So that's not something that's one way better or the other. You can definitely access that in the Google Play Music Store. And then, let's see, audiobooks, I don't use at all. Pandora, straight to the point. I'm sure you know what Pandora looks like. You got your stations. And then we got Spotify and Play Music. So the biggest thing, I feel that no matter what, you just have a more usable amount of space on here. You can easily go back to the app that you were last in, and when you're done, like when you're in navigation, no matter what, you're going to use most of the screen. So I hope that went ahead and gave you an idea of what you can expect on the Sony xav-ax100. Thank you.